Have you ever felt like the years are just slipping through your fingers, like sand in an hourglass, leaving you wondering where all the time went? There is a story about a young man named Adam who felt exactly this way. He watched the seasons change, feeling a growing unease that his life was passing him by, his dreams still just dreams. So he decided to seek out a wise man who lived high on a mountain. When he finally reached him, Adam asked, "I need to know, what are the things that steal the years of our lives without us even realizing it?" The wise man looked deeply into Adam's eyes for a long moment, then said, "Give me 3 days. Each day, I will give you an empty jar and a task. Follow my instructions, and you will find your answer." On the first day, the wise man handed Adam a large, empty glass jar and a huge pile of small pebbles. He said, "These pebbles represent all your imaginary fears, the worries about things that will probably never happen, and the time you spend overthinking simple situations. Now, fill the jar with them." Adam got to work, pouring the pebbles into the jar until it was filled right to the very brim. Not a single pebble more could fit. On the second day, the wise man returned with another identical jar, but this time, he gave Adam a handful of larger pieces of gravel. "This gravel," he explained, "represents waiting. Waiting for the perfect conditions to start that project. Waiting for courage you think you don't have. Waiting for everyone's approval before you make a move. Now, fill this jar." Adam looked at the jar, already packed tight with the small pebbles from the day before. He tried to pour the gravel in. Some of it settled into the tiny gaps between the pebbles, but most of it just spilled over the sides and onto the ground. The jar was too full. On the third and final day, the wise man presented Adam with 3 large, beautiful, smooth rocks. He held them out and said, "These rocks represent the things truly worthy of your years. The first is your true passion, the thing that makes your heart sing. The second is your deep, meaningful relationships with the people you love. And the third is your contribution to the world, leaving behind something of value. Now, try to put these into the jar." Adam stared at the jar, crammed with pebbles and gravel. He desperately tried to force the big rocks in. With a great deal of effort, he managed to squeeze in just one of the large rocks, and then it sat awkwardly on top, barely fitting. The other 2 lay on the ground, rejected. The wise man then gestured to the 3 days' work and looked at Adam. "Do you understand now?" he asked softly. Adam was silent for a long time as the realization dawned on him. The wise man continued, his voice gentle but firm. "Our years are not stolen from us all at once. They are wasted one small pebble at a time. They're wasted worrying about what other people think, in endless procrastination, in being busy with trivial matters instead of essential ones. They are drained by empty relationships that give nothing back, and by routines that offer no challenge, no growth. They are lost when we live a life that isn't our own, but just an echo of what others expect from us." He pointed to the overflowing jar. "The frightening thing is that the jar of our life fills up first with these trivial things, the pebbles of worry and the gravel of waiting. They take up all the space, leaving no room for what's truly important. And so, the end of life can arrive, and we find our jar is full. But it's full of things that didn't matter, while the big rocks of our greatest dreams lie abandoned outside it." Adam returned to his village a changed man. He saw his life, his days, his hours, through a completely new lens. He stopped wasting his energy on pointless debates on social media. He started to let go of superficial friendships and invested his time and heart in the people who truly mattered to him, the ones who were his big rocks. That small business idea he had postponed for years, he started Italiano. He learned the power of saying no to things that didn't align with his values, with his big rocks. Adam didn't magically get more hours in his day. Ade Same. 24 hours. As everyone else, but he finally understood the secret. It isn't about managing time, it's about managing priorities. Because our years aren't wasted when we're busy. They're wasted when we're busy with things that don't truly matter to us. The lesson he learned, and the one I want to share with you today, is this. Fill the jar of your life with the big rocks first. Put your passion, your relationships, and your purpose in there before anything else. Once they are securely in place, you'll find that all the other things, the pebbles and the gravel, will find their own space around them. But if you fill your jar with the small stuff first, you will never find a place for what truly matters. So, take a moment today. Look at your own jar. What are your big rocks? Are they in the jar, or are they lying on the ground next to it? It's never too late to start putting the big rocks in first. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider sharing it. And don't forget to subscribe for more content to help you live a more intentional life. See you next time.